YSL White Eau Fraiche or Coach Blue. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the cost of these fragrances, the note breakdown, and how they have performed for me, and if I think they're worth picking up. But at the end of this video, there will be one clear winner of these two. But on that note, let's get into this comparison. So first thing that I'll do is I'll be going over the note breakdown of Coach Blue. Coach Blue has top notes of lime and absinthe, and in the heart has an ozonic accord and black pepper. Base notes of amber and cedarwood. So real briefly, guys, we'll go over the actual presentation of the bottle itself. You'll see it's very similar to the other Coaches, as in the bottle design is the same, but this has a blue strap here to it and blue coloration to the bottle itself. Silver on top though, and again, you guys will see that the normal Coach here. On the bottom here, you're gonna have your basket information. There's nothing on the back over here, and the atomizer. It's okay, like all Coach atomizers, but just to put one onto my hand here. And next we'll get into the notes and the bottle design of YSL Eau Fraiche, and then we'll get into the comparison of the two fragrances. YSL Eau Fraiche has top notes of lemon, pepper, and ginger, a mid of geranium, mint, juniper berries, and lavender, a base of albanum and cedar. And here is the bottle display here. You'll see it's clear down to a frozen glass looking kind of thing down there. YSL Y over here it's in the same coloration. Back, nothing. Top, you have your white cap with your YSL on top there. Bottom here, you have your batch code information down there. And I'll just put one of these onto my left hand. Oh, and so you guys, this atomizer, to me, it's a bit better than the Coach Blue is. So in the opening of these two fragrances, I definitely prefer the YSL Eau Fraiche over the Coach Blue, simply because the Coach Blue, in my opinion, is a bit of a generic opening. The opening with the absinthe note, I'm not sure if I'm just not familiar with that note, but this is quite bland. There's nothing that you're gonna smell that's gonna really kind of wow you. Kind of like how, like in the opening of Coach Platinum and even Coach the original, it has that opening that is, compliment pooling, because it's just a little different. Still, obviously, like a blue style fragrance, the original is, but it has something that's more to it than your average run-of-the-mill fragrance. This though, the opening is very boring for me, which is why the YSL Eau Fraiche gets a bit of a plus on the opening. The lemon, pepper, and ginger of the opening in the YSL Eau Fraiche just make it unique to my nose. The pepper and the lemon and the ginger kind of really mesh real well together and give it a bit of a oomph behind it that is not in the Coach Blue. Which brings me to the comparison of both fragrances in terms of their scent. The rating that I'm going to give Coach Blue in terms of the opening to dry down to the base of the fragrance is going to be 6 out of 10. Like I said, it's nothing that's going to be super unique, at least to me. And if you choose to wear it, chances are people around you will smell it. And it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell cheap. It has every bit of the chance to be a compliment-engaging fragrance. But to my nose personally, it just smells a little bit boring. So it is going to be an easy reach kind of fragrance, but for me, it's like such an easy reach fragrance that it's just, I have like 10 other that are in my collection that smell almost just like it. Now the scent of the YSL Eau Fraiche, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. So it has a slight edge over Coach Blue in the general scent of the fragrance. The top transitions into the mid really well, and then even more so into the dry down. The entire wearing of the fragrance is very enjoyable for me. It is a bit different with the mid having the juniper berries there. It brings a different bit of twang into the fragrance that the Coach Blue does not have. Now in terms of the projection of Coach Blue, I do give it a 7 out of 10 in terms of the opening. The opening is very pleasant, but the projection is what I'm referring to here. Like the projection, the sillage that this fragrance gives off is very nice and very pleasant, it's very clean. Now in the dry down of the fragrance, it loses that massive bubble of fragrance. Into the dry down, I take it from about a 7 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10 in terms of the projection and the sillage of the fragrance. Still not bad, but it's not gonna be something that's gonna wow anyone that's around you, in my opinion. Now the YSL White Eau Fraiche, in terms of the opening, I give it a 7 out of 10 as well. So it gets the same scoring on the opening that the Coach Blue does, because they're both pretty loud in the opening. But the difference between the Coach Blue and the YSL Eau Fraiche is that in the dry down of the Eau Fraiche, it kind of still projects. It still has that performance that's there, with a mild bit of pepper that's there as well, that's kind of lingering over from the top notes of the fragrance. Which this fragrance made it so it's possible to have kind of a very well meshed fragrance even into the dry down. So it will be complicating, it will pull compliments. For example, it has done that quite a bit for me. So with the dry down, the YSL Eau Fraiche, I give it a 7 out of 10. And next we'll cover the cost of these fragrances. For the Coach Blue, you're looking at $67 for 2 ounces of it. And for the YSL Eau Fraiche, you're looking at $77 for the 2 ounces. So $10 more for the YSL Eau Fraiche, $10 less for the Coach Blue. So I'll let you come up with your own conclusion there. I personally would rather spend the extra $10 for the YSL Eau Fraiche, but that's just my personal preference. But what I did miss was the longevity of the fragrance. So for me, the longevity of the YSL Eau Fraiche, I get about 6 hours out of, which is, I'm more than happy with that with a fresh style fragrance. On good days, I'll get 6+ hours. So for the Coach Blue, I get 4 to 6 hours, 6 hours on a good day. With the YSL Eau Fraiche, I get 6 to 6+ on a good day. So their performance isn't too far off from each other, but the projection is just better on the YSL Eau Fraiche. The Coach Blue just tends to make it to be a skin scent a bit quicker than the YSL Eau Fraiche does. And if you are subscribed to my channel by now, you've seen that I speak pretty highly of the YSL Eau Fraiche, and it is also my favorite from the YSL Y line. I'm not a big fan of the EDP or the EDT really. I haven't tried the YSL Y Live yet, but it is on my radar. The Coach Blue though, I have tried the Coach Platinum and the original Coach, and to me, honestly, it is not, it's the third tier. It's not gonna be your best, it's not gonna be your middle, it's gonna be the least favorite of the three. I feel like there's more oomph behind the Platinum and out of the original. I do get more of an oomph out of the original, I do get more of an oomph out of the Platinum, but this being just like a generic blue release, it did not live up for what I was really expecting from it. But again, it's not a bad fragrance. Now, if you do want to collect the Coach line, this would find its way into your rotation simply because it's not like Coach, the original, it's not like Coach Platinum. It has its own little thing going. It has this blue vibe going on. Obviously, it's Coach Blue. But if you're standing in the store right now like, oh, which one? I would say go for the YSL Y Eau Fraiche, just because I haven't really gotten much feedback from anyone on this. Dude, y'all, I spray this one heavy. 2 sprays behind each ear, 2 sprays behind each ear, a couple on my back, a couple on my front, arms, and nothing's really said. Like I said, someone probably smelled it on me and smelled that it was a fragrance, but it wasn't something that's gonna reach out and have people going, what is that? This isn't that kind of fragrance. Now, there are plenty of alternatives to this. If you are dead set on getting this, I would just suggest going to your local rack store pretty much and looking around to see what kind of aquatics they have, because this would pretty much do the same exact thing as your $20 aquatic that you find at TJ Maxx. And that's just my opinion on it. Like I said, you might really enjoy this scent, and I'm not saying that I don't enjoy it, because I do enjoy it, but it's not one that I'm gonna reach for very often because it's just not unique. It doesn't have enough to it that makes me wake up and go, oh, I want to wear Coach Blue today. Since I've gotten it, I've worn it like probably 10 times, I would say. And the day after I'm wearing it, I'm not waking up going, oh yeah, I want to wear that again. Outside of when I was initially testing it, since then it's just there, you know what I mean? Whereas with YSL Eau Fraiche, I wake up, some days I'm like, oh yeah, today I'm gonna wear YSL Eau Fraiche. That is a good scent. I really enjoy it. I haven't had that happen with Coach Blue, but I will bring you guys a review on this if you guys want it. But I think you guys might kind of understand, or might kind of be able to know what I might think of this, but who knows? It might change. It might change on me. It might change up for me. I might end up enjoying it more than I do. But YSL Eau Fraiche, guys, I've been wearing it heavy. I can smell it coming off my skin right now over the Coach Blue. So it's even now on my skin, the YSL Y Eau Fraiche is projecting more out than the Coach Blue is. Guys, on that note, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that I've been somewhat informative on these 2 fragrances. But y'all, like I always say, keep it gent and love your scent, and I'll see you all next time.